guys, welcome to today's episode. So today I'm going to be sharing something with you guys about communication. So I was having a conversation with one of my gym guy. The conversation then went into talking about the opposite gender, and he said something that is actually of deep concern. I'm going to share it with you guys right inside of this video. I asked him a question and he said he doesn't know how to communicate with the opposite gender. And I was like, wow, a lot of men, a lot of males, of course, of legal age are still struggling with communication when it comes to communicating with the opposite gender. So I said I was going to give him some tips. So I'm creating this video to show you guys some tips on how you can tackle this kind of situation. If as a guy, you're still experiencing fear, you're still going through fear of speaking with the opposite gender, this video is for you. Before I go deep down into this video, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you haven't followed my social media pages, my TikTok account, my YouTube channel, you're making a big mistake, because I'm going to be sharing more content like this as time goes on. So make sure to click on the subscribe button. Make sure to follow me for more videos like this. So I'm giving you these tips based on my own personal experience. And I'm going to give you the first tip. You can write this down on a piece of paper or diary, or you can record this on your phone. My tip number one is hit the gym. Hit the gym. That is my number one recommended tip. If you want to start talking confidently, you want to start communicating with the opposite gender confidently, you have to start hitting the gym. In fact, this is also going to help you to be able to communicate in the public. You're going to be able to communicate in the crowd. Maybe you're called to come and give a speech. You will be able to walk up and give a nice speech based on how you boosted your confidence. So the first tip is to hit the gym. Now, when you hit the gym, what happens is, as you begin to exercise, as you begin to take good care of your body physically, it also helps you mentally. Going to the gym doesn't just help you physically, it also helps you mentally. And there are other aspects that the gym also, helps you improve on. But you see the physical aspect and the mental aspect. It helps you develop a high level of self-confidence, that when you approach people, you're not scared of saying what you want to say, you're not scared of talking. And even when you want to talk, you don't just talk anyhow. It actually helps you to become creative in the way you talk, because when people start looking at your appearance, your physical fitness, they expect that, yes, you should be reasonable, you should be able to, talk properly, you should be able to, say something meaningful when you open your mouth to talk. So the gym actually helps you communicate better, because when you start hitting the gym, you also start relating with people with the opposite gender right inside of the gym. Yes, you could be just exercising and they could walk up to you and say, please help me do this stuff, help me with this, show me how to do this program. And from there, you will begin to communicate with the opposite gender, and that's how you also be able to communicate with them outside. My number two tip is this: prioritize self-development. Self-development cannot be taken off from the list. You take it step by step, okay? Like I said, the gym is also a part of self-development, because it's actually yourself you're building. So self-development is my recommended tip if you want to start communicating properly with the opposite gender and also in the public. Now, there are different ways to develop yourself. You can develop yourself physically. You can also develop yourself upstairs. Start reading books. Start focusing on self-development books. Start reading books that actually helps you to speak. I'm going to show you a book right now. Here is the book, okay? It says 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So this book actually helps you. It actually helps you improve in the way you talk. It actually helps you improve in the way you communicate with people. And it also helps you develop yourself mentally. It motivates you into doing things that on a normally you will not want to do. Okay, for example, a lot of people don't like hitting the gym. A lot of people don't have interest in going to the gym. They don't have interest in exercise. But this book is actually going to force you into taking your physical fitness seriously. So make sure you try to get something like this. Try to get a book like this. And there are other books as well. Okay, there are other books as well I'm going to recommend in my other videos. So if you haven't followed me, click on the follow button and subscribe button. Make sure to follow me for more content like this, and I'm going to recommend more helpful materials for you as time goes on. So I've got a lot of them in my list, a lot of hacks, a lot of tips that you can actually use to start boosting your confidence that you can actually to start using on yourself to be able to communicate with your opposite gender and also in the public. In my upcoming videos, I'm also going to give you more tips. But for the third tip, which is going to be the last tip in this video, is improving your appearance. Yes, you have to improve in the way you appear. You might not have this, Superman physique just like me. You might not have it based on maybe you haven't started hitting the gym. I was able to attain this physique starting from home, doing push-ups, but you might not have this kind of physique. So what can you do? You can start improving your appearance by dressing properly, putting on clothes that actually matches with your color, putting on clothes that actually brings out, that actually brings out your face, putting on clothes that makes people want to respect you based on how you appear. So you're saying that the way you appear is the way you're also gonna be addressed. So if you appear shabby, you appear like a child, you appear like a kid, people are gonna look at you like a kid and they're gonna address you like a kid. And when you're trying to open your mouth to talk, they're gonna want to look down on you just because of the way you appear. But when you dress properly, you dress like a mature guy, people are gonna address you as someone who is respectable, who is sensible, and all of that. So thank you for watching this video, and if you want more tips, more simple tips that you can actually apply to your everyday life, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, follow me for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video.